Belle Woods presents Conversations.
I
If
go
you,
first.
you want to go first?
After you ready for real? Yeah. I
Sure.
have an experience. Yeah, that's fine.
Yay!
That's why
It's
she
Okay.
got the
lit.
green
I
bracelet.
know.
She's with
It's
it.
lit
It's a new game in
He
town.
stepping up.
in these streets. I
Okay.
see you.
Yo, that's why you came with that. Okay.
It's the
My
beret.
Monica
She
Monica
came to
Lewinsky
fight.
vibes.
I know
Okay.
exactly. I
'90s.
know exactly where you're going with this.
Okay.
Where my black jacket at?
You don't got no black though.
I'm done.
Oh my
Oh well, I
god.
got black and green,
Black
so
and
I'm
green,
matching.
yeah.
Panther esque.
I
Okay.
promise you,
Dang.
this was not what
That's
we call it.
crazy.
Fix
That's
my
funny.
beret.
This is
Wow.
random.
I
This
need a
is
black
random.
That's so
beret.
funny.
This is random.
Be in sync out here, I feel. If you could alter any historical event that occurred within the last 100 years, what would it be, and how would you change what happened?
Okay, so I'll go first. This is a little bit not I don't say tricky, but could be controversial. I would say integration.
Mm.
Only because I like seeing I don't know if it's true, but like this meme going around with Martin Luther King and like people never like quote this thing that he said where he's afraid that we walk into a burning house with
Oh,
integration. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I feel like just thinking about it now with how we're like black people, we're integrated into society. Like we're in white spaces most of the time. Like yesterday
Hmm.
I had like imposter syndrome where I was like in a meeting with like a big
Ooh.
other corporation, only black face there.
Mm.
I felt so out of place. And I'm just thinking, is it because I'm the only black person here, or is it because I feel intimidated or I don't belong here? But if I was in the same role but with black people, I feel like I would be more comfortable. I feel like there's more of a with white spaces, we're competing for like this much.
Mm.
And
Whew.
yeah,
Ain't
and
that the truth?
even like I think on our last episode we talked about like Black Wall Street, for instance.
Yes.
And with Black Wall Street,
Hmm.
that's like 1920s when it was like
Yeah.
at its
yeah.
peak.
Yeah.
We're only like a generation removed from slavery at that point. So look how fast we were able to get together, get our resources together, have community. So if we had that same mindset now, how far would we be in society?
Uh,
That's a fact.
Yeah, did integration actually slow us down? Or even like look at like zoning laws,
Who?
like in
My
New York.
goodness.
Oh,
Hmm.
Like,
redlining, everything.
yes.
yeah, red tape.
No type of.
So,
Gerrymandering.
Okay. So let me ask a question real quick. So
mhm.
is it integration itself, or is it on the way that how we integrate it instead?
I feel like how we integrated, because
Okay.
Yeah.
eventually this like okay, black and white segregation that had to end like soon, obviously,
Hmm.
but we're now competing in white spaces. Um, we're even like look at the Grammys. Like when we don't show up to
Oh
BET Awards,
man.
but we go to the Grammys. Like things like that.
Hmm.
We hold those things so much more valuable than our own stuff. We'll go, and I'm even guilty of this. I'll go to a black restaurant, don't like the service, and I'm like, I'm not coming back here. Then I'll go to McDonald's, and I'll still pay, no matter how shitty the service is, I'll still pay for it. It's
McDonald's
like,
again.
yeah. So it's like, I wonder how we would have been if we had our own, like for real.
Word.
We don't even keep our money to ourselves. Like,
Don't even get me.
No, that's
yeah,
a
it's
fact.
just
That's a fact.
they were saying that with Black Wall Street, the dollar would circulate within the community for how many ever
Yes.
times, but with us, it's like 17 minutes. Like that's terrible.
No, that's a
Yeah.
It
So
fact.
is.
That is a fact.
It's less than 17 minutes.
is it? It's like what 5?
Shit, I think it's a minute.
Oh
Oh, I'm
see
about to say 2 minutes. Oh,
two.
it's legit like a
See,
minute.
so I wonder how if we didn't integrate and we had more of a community, we were
Mhm.
forced to have more of a community, where would we be now?
But
But to
that sounds amazing.
No, that's a fact, yo. Because I was
Because
gonna pick
I
it. No, go
oh
ahead.
This is
wait.
funny.
No, no, because like last weekend there was like PBS. They had a documentary about Black travel, and they
I
were
saw
talking
that.
about how
Yes.
exactly they were saying how like the Green Book, like, and the
Mm-hmm.
other
Yes.
books before it that came along, like for Black travelers when the automobiles were more accessible to us, and we were helping other Black businesses. A lot of
Hmm.
Black businesses grew because of these Green Books because we didn't we didn't always have safe spaces, especially when like in certain sundown towns and such as in such
Hmm.
places, because like sometimes if Black people wanted to go down south to see their family that they had moved away from, they would be hiding in the woods. Like that's crazy. So like that's why they created things like Green Books so that we would know where we could safely relieve ourselves, safely go and have to get a nice dinner. Like there used to be like women who own houses who'd have like travelers come stay at their place, pay for room and board, get a nice breakfast, and go on their way. And that was a form of income. It's like sort of like a bed and breakfast. So like there was these Black businesses that were helped, but then when integration came in, there's no need to if you can go into a hotel as opposed to go into the local motel that's Black owned. You want A lot of people left those places, so they kind of like took the money from their own community. So I see where you're coming from with like integration kind of like disserve was a disservice in some ways, the way that we
Hmm.
integrated, I should say.
Yeah, I think it's more leaning toward white acceptance. Like even yesterday when I was in my meeting, I was like, oh my God, I have my braids in. Is it too like black? Is it too loud? Like just all these things going through my head. And if I was
Oh,
in a majority black setting, I would feel comfortable. Like I
yeah,
wouldn't.
that'd be like the least of your thoughts.
Yeah,
Because I always feel
exactly.
comfortable.
It
interesting.
wouldn't
Yeah.
even be a thought
Yeah.
Yeah,
because somebody
Cause
was
you'll be
gonna,
looking
oh,
for
girl, what are you getting
compliments.
your hair braids
yeah,
done?
like
Hmm.
What are you getting your
You'll be looking
braids
for
exactly.
done?
compliments.
Stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Interesting.
That's true.
Now she still may get compliments in those spaces, but it might be in a kind of
Oh
weird
my
way.
gosh.
Oh,
Can
it's
They
I
want to
always
touch
touch your
it?
weird.
hair. They want to
Belle,
touch it.
I've seen that happen to you.
Oh my
Yo.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That moment where you
Nah.
be like, please don't touch
Thank
my
God
hair.
for
Yeah.
Please don't
chair.
touch.
Yo, that chair saved me though. The fact that I could bend the way I needed to.
Yeah, the person fell.
No, she kept
So
leaning
you
Uh,
in,
try
and
to
I bent
reach,
more. Like I had more room. Luckily, I was like, "Oh, you're still
uh,
touching."
ma'am.
nah. What Daniel was saying actually sparked my like what historical event we spoke on that Black Wall Street for real. Because
Mm.
if we could prevent that for real, like how much further are Black people will
Ooh,
we be now? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
If
Mm.
nothing ever happened to Black Wall Street,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? The
the
we could.
sad thing
the
is,
possibilities are
it wouldn't
endless. You know what
matter.
I'm saying? Like I don't think we can even fathom the whole thing for real. We probably be like, you never know. We probably could have been on top. We probably have been like, yo, we hold all the types of different type of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's wild to
They
even
would
think about
still
it.
try to take
It
it from
is.
us. They would
I
still
mean,
try
of
to take it
course,
from us.
yeah, that's
You think
true.
that
That's the thing, though. But go ahead.
Black Wall Street happened like just in a vacuum? Like they did it all over. They did it in
Yeah.
Tulsa. They did it
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over
Like
the place.
like that was the starting point, and then they just went crazy all over.
Mm.
Exactly.
It
And
was
you
just
know
a.
why?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like you know why? It's because white vendors was getting upset that they were seeing us Black people getting money,
Mhm.
Of
doing well for
course.
ourselves, and we weren't asking them for nothing.
Of
And they got
course.
mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Of
mad.
course,
They were
of
coming in
course.
buying from us,
Yeah,
and those other companies is not trying to have that. Not have it.
that's
I think
wild,
Troy was
man.
about to say something.
No, I was just agreeing with your point because like I think the only reason why we know about that specific example is because like one, that was like one of the more prominent communities out there, and
Mm-hmm.
two, like is like one of the more tragic examples because like so the other communities got like torn down. We know that. But this place, first of all, a rumor it only took a rumor, which was false by the way, to
Like
get it
always.
going. Yeah. And then the place got stormed, raided. Then it got firebombed, but like, I think like two bomber jets, so like one bomber jet. I don't know. I got the article in my room. Like I have it posted ever since. Like so I just put it in my room, like my old room. Yeah, so it got firebombed, raided. People got killed. Uh, uh, was it cute? Property destroyed, what have you, and the government did nothing about it. They ain't lay a finger, they ain't raise a finger to help the people in there. But why would they? And like, yeah, that's one thing I probably won't ever forget. Like, it's part of like Black Wall Street is part of like my gamer tag on PlayStation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Like, I keep that like part of like my my I
Alma
guess
mater.
profile, whatever. Yeah, I'm like, cause I'm not gonna. That's one example. I'm not gonna forget. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like I remember when I was younger and I was watching this movie. It was like I think it was called Redwood,
Mm-hmm.
and that one I think was based in Florida. Tell me how when I was young, I was like, dang, I was like watching this movie and I'm like rooting, like hoping for like my people, like black people in the movie, yo, like hide, like I'm like looking, I'm like dead, like almost like it's like an action movie. Like dang, like you see them hiding, you see them running, you see them trying to like talk with. I'm thinking throughout the whole movie, and I'm like, I don't know how old. I'm thinking, dang, oh, this don't, dang, this is scary. I'm like, glad this is fake. And then you see at the end the credits, oh, this happened. That so I'm like, this happened for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like when you see it, it's crazy.
It is.
It was so. I'm like, this happened for real, and it didn't just happen in one place. It happened in multiple places, and like as we're talking about two different places, black communities where this happened. HBO did brought it back up in Watchmen, the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to do like a sort of like a almost like a reboot, or like not a reboot but like a Dr. Manhattan and all that stuff, and did they showed what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but they kind of like joined it in with the comic, and they did it on HBO, and it's loosely based off of real like things that happened, because one of the main characters is a black woman, and she's going in that history, and it turns out, no, I'm not going to spoil anything for nobody, but they showed the Tulsa, Oklahoma riots, and one of the characters that's in it, and how it relates to the whole comic book, what is it, mythos or something like that. Mythos. Don't quote
Yeah.
me.
No, you good about saying that.
Yeah, so like it ties it in, but this is all based on facts that really happened to black people. And then you guys see there's a reason why they put that in there. There's a why you think we have all this drama about critical race theory? It's history. Want to acknowledge it. They just
But
want
it's
like,
their
okay, it
grandparents.
happened, let's move over.
Mm.
Yeah. But they don't realize how easy it is for like people to slip back into the foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy. Look, January 6th was crazy. Nobody could have, nobody, I'm telling you, people in the 90s probably would have said that never happened again. We're over that. We're so evolved. And they stormed the Capitol.
This is not America. Oh yes, it's so America. That is
So
so
America.
America. So
So America.
America.
Typical.
Because they don't know their history.
Of course.
See that? Yeah. You don't know your
And they
history,
refuse to know it.
You're doomed to repeat it.
bruh. That's the first thing I remember history teacher saying. History repeats itself.
They always do.
Continuously.
Y'all hear
Mm-hmm.
Siri being nosy? I did not call your name.
Mhm.
She said his story. His story. Let me listen. But
Google's the same way.
that's
His
facts, yo. I
story.
be gaming.
Bro.
I be looking at my Google Home. The lights be like, I'm like, yo, I did not see nothing related to Google. Nothing.
Yo, quick question though. Can you blame people for not knowing their history when history is always being covered up?
I won't blame them if they truly don't know. But if you try like this, talk to them or show them evidence, this, that, and the third, and they refuse to know, that's ignorance at that time. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Because it's one thing if like somebody legit doesn't know and then they're just going about their life, but like if you like this actually happened and they're like, nah, come on, that sounds crazy. Because that's almost like Holocaust deniers. There's still people to this day who still denying the Holocaust
To
with
this
all the
day.
evidence to
To this
this
day.
day. So if you think that there are people who can, and that was more recent than slavery,
Well,
that was way more recent. So what do
it
you think?
doesn't make
How easy it is for them to deny how bad it was for Black people? How continuously? I mean, it's gotten better, but there's always room for improvement.
Mm.
Always. How can you deny something that like really there was a whole war, a world war, and we went overseas. We literally saw it. Alfred Hitchcock did a whole movie showing people from Poland actually experiencing going into the concentration camps, and some of them like fainting from what they saw. Mounds and mounds of children's shoes and toys, and there's still people to this day that deny that it even happened. Like it's so unfathomable that people can be that cruel. If people are given a license to be do whatever they want and be ignorant and like legally lawfully be cruel, there are few who are nice enough to do that, and some who are kind enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to go that far, I'm not going to go and do that horrible atrocity.
I
that's
see what you did there.
Mm.
that's that's so dangerous. The same mentality is what was used to be
Mm.
able to treat people that way. But if you don't believe that they're human, like if you really don't, but like if you like continuously told yourself like that these people aren't human, then it like allows you. Who is Do you have you guys heard of Dr. Joy? I don't know her last name. Dr. Joy doesn't.
Harper?
Mm. Mm.
Oh no, the I know you talk the blue eye brown eye experiment
No, 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 no. She's a
lady.
professor.
Oh, okay.
Um, and
But
I
Bell,
re
I thought you
I
was
think I
going
know what
there.
you. Nah, but like I know what Belle's like trying to get at. Like basically what she's trying to say is it's easier for you to it's easier for you to express malice, any type of like any type of it's easier for you to harm someone you care less for by degrading them gradually to a certain point where you don't see any value there. So it's easy for you to like kill them, harm them, like yeah, but versus someone you hold a high regard for, at least
Mhm.
you find value in, you're gonna be hesitant to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so, yeah. So
Yeah.
like so all right. So to put it like this way, there's a reason why like in our communities, like somewhere where it's easy for us like to kill each other versus like a white person, because I feel like through like social terrorism and like reinforcements of certain values taught like certain people in our community that, yo, listen, like your natural features, your life doesn't have any meaning, da da da. And like over
Self-hate.
time, oh yeah, self-hate. So over time, you take that in, and then you see people like yourself, you don't really see value there. So it's easy for you to like wipe it out. get rid of it. But like on TV, you see people like of this complexion on this type of pedestal. So you see value there. So you're hesitant, like, oh, I don't want to, like, so that's where it comes in. That's how I feel like it's being like portrayed or carried out like current day. So
Who taught you to hate yourself?
yeah.
But you know, that's
My
also
brother.
because people people can, if enough people allow themselves to be made agreeable to certain things, then they'll allow it to happen. Because
Mm.
I don't think anyone automatically is like, yeah, I want to hate this person and that person, that person. I feel like a lot of times it comes down to if somebody keeps saying, you know, that group of people, they trash. Like they don't have no respect. Like last time I went over there, they somebody bumped into me, they didn't even say sorry. Like they
Mm.
all rude like that. You know how easy it is, like little stuff like that, little comments, they grow over time, and own personal resentment can build up to where you're saying, oh, that group of people are just trash and rude. Like that's the same. You know that Adolf Hitler was half Jewish, even though you can't really be half Jewish, but like I don't think you could be half a religion, but like
Mm.
he got rejected from an art.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
But like he got
Uh,
rejected by like an art college that was predominantly Jewish ran, and he had certain things happen to him that he became the kind of person that would promote anti-Semitism to the degree that he went, that he literally like killed like almost annihilated the whole people, that people that bloodline runs through him and his children. But like, do you see how people can like twist something so much to the point that they're willing to believe their own foolishness?
yeah, you gotta trick your
Believe
mind.
that
That's why
they're
mind is the strongest thing, man. You
For
keep saying stuff
sure.
enough all the
For
time, you keep
sure.
saying that, it's gonna drive
Become
you
big
crazy, and gonna drive you to do that same action that you wanted to do.
because it's
That's
already reinforced at that
subconscious.
point. It's
Mm-hmm.
reinforcing your subconscious at that point. So
Oh
you
yeah.
just act on
You're
autopilot pretty much.
psyching yourself up, bro. That's
And that's
what
more
what
powerful
it
than
is.
your conscious mind.
Facts.
word.
That stuff's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
I think anybody can be cruel if they really wanted to. They just have to give themselves an excuse.
Mm.
So
Patriotism,
you, so you, so you, so
religion, anything.
so can it be safe to say that everybody have a certain cruelty in them if they push somebody
Yep,
to that point, boiling point?
No, yeah, I
of
think
course.
No,
Everybody got a shadow.
no. So that does that still make somebody a
That's
kind person, or is it like
I,
Yeah, you
I
could.
see what you did there. I see
fighting
what you did there,
Right?
yourself.
boy.
trying
I see
to bring it full circle?
Yeah,
I think
See you out here.
full circle, bro.
That's funny.
Yes,
uh,
I like how you did there, Belle.
mm,
Talk about everybody got a shadow. Of
uh,
course,
For sure.
ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But hardships happen. You can just start hating any kind of person just
mm-hmm.
because you see them thriving.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us like to believe that we're better than that, but we're all capable of it. We
See,
just
this
gotta
is
keep
this
checking in with
this
ourselves.
is this is why when you go to the grocery store, you need that somebody that's kind to talk to you and help you alleviate that
Sorry.
problem. Come
I'm so
on,
mad
man.
at you. I'm done.
Mm.
It's
You're gonna
right
Yo,
start bringing
there,
the
yo.
plates.
Come on, man. It's right
Yo,
there.
did Danny want to go first so she was gonna get quiet the rest of the time? I haven't heard
No,
Dang,
I'm letting
from
you
her.
guys talk.
you be in the cut, Danny. You be in the
Yeah.
I
cut.
was gonna cut.
Well, technically, you gotta remember Danny's the first one to answer the question, though.
And she
I'm
laid the
saying she
bomb.
said
She
She
I'm in
laid
came
and
in.
I'm out.
watch it
Like,
explode.
basically,
She
she
set
said,
the
nah, I'm gonna
timer
let
and
y'all. I'm
everything.
gonna
She
let
said,
y'all
"Let me
probably
watch
say,
them."
like we've been talking
like,
with some good stuff here, Dan. You could have weighed in.
She
No, she said,
started the
"Let me."
wait. She
I
started with the
started
wait with
it.
Started
the.
it. Get rid of it.
I felt
Yeah,
it.
if integration is more of a like the of a wholesome event, it'd be a lot better instead of like forced. It'd be like, oh, now we have to let them in our school. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? This is a lot different. If everybody, like, okay, let's see with an open mind, let's see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? It'll been a lot better
yeah.
intertwined now. than it is. My belief.
So many people be clapping their hands like saying, "Oh man, these are the first Black people to enter integrated school." And
Mhm.
the reason why we wanted that is not because we wanted so badly to hang out with white folks. It's because we wanted the same quality that they got.
My mom was one.
That was integrated.
I never knew that.
And that was the same year she joined Black Panther.
Oh,
What?
I was like, my whole life makes sense. Like it's
Want equal. We didn't say so
equity.
much that we wanted to be a part of it. We just wanted the same
separate but
quality.
equal. That sounds familiar.
If it
Which
was
was
separate but
yeah.
equal,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
you've seen the pictures with the fountains. You've
Come
seen the
on.
pictures with the color fountain. Come on, like for real. Why our fountain
Nothing
gotta be looking so shabby?
nothing was
You see the
equal.
metal, and they get the porcelain fountain.
Don't make no sense. That's
We
why we
get
say equity
counters, and
over
they get
equality.
to go inside. That doesn't make. That's not equitable.
Well,
We
Man.
can get our food like hanging outside the window, like we meeting friends, and they can go sit inside at the lunch counter. That's crazy.
that's fact,
That's
man.
why
Mm.
But it's all
we would have never
conditioning
made
too.
no problem if we got
That's a fact.
yeah
All
to make
conditioning for
always
real.
make us feel always to make us feel like we're not fully a part of
And being taught
society.
that, generations being taught that. And this was way before though, with the propaganda, like that whole yeah, I remember that in history. It was like
Wow.
audacity be audacity be on sale.
And the crazy thing is that we are always more accommodating to other people coming into our spaces than they are to us coming into their spaces.
Super
We're always
facts.
Man,
we're always trying
listen.
to let them be comfortable, feel at
Now,
home.
now to steal a play from Al's playbook. Now, is that a nice reaction or a kind reaction?
See,
Exactly.
I'm like, yo,
Right.
y'all
Are
on
you
it.
getting
Is that
Y'all on
nice
it
or
tonight.
urgent? Come on.
Are you getting taken advantage of, or?
Right.
Dang, ooh, that, ooh.
So they can go
Oh,
And
back to their
that's a
friends and
that's
pushing
a
say how
buttons.
nice
Let's
black
go.
people
that
are.
that's
Speak to
mm,
Native Americans. Like,
Oh,
man,
don't even
that's
get
harder than me.
Bro,
yo.
you know it's
Listen,
crazy. I forgot.